that could help him, there was only one thing. What was that? That was Almighty God, the superpower God, who could help the doctor that moment. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letter outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." So finally he pretended. From inside he just remembered his God. He just made a request, "Oh God, please help me." There was some pain in my left arm because the snake had badly covered his entire arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no rod make a molten fire, was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm, and the pain was very much, there was severe pain, as it was looking like it is a molten fire. So fire is being inserted into his arm. So he was feeling pain like that molten fire. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? So he was unable to help himself. He was unable to decide what to do, how to remove this snake, how to get rid from this dreadful moment, how to get rid from this horrible cobra. At my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. He realized that if he moved a little bit, then definitely the snake will bite him. Death lurked 4 inches away, and his death was waiting only. There was the distance of 4 inches. Alright. Suppose I struck. What was the medicine I had to do? There was no medicine in the room. I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. And that moment he started, if the snake will bite, if the snake bite him, what medicine he will take? He thought he was a stupid doctor because even he had no any medicine that he could take it after snake biting. So he found himself very much helpless. His condition was very worse, miserable condition. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself, and finally this bring a smile on his face, like how much stupid the doctor, how much stupid he was that he is a doctor, he is a practitioner, and still he didn't have any medicine of snake biting. It seemed if God appreciated that. The snake turned his head. It looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. Then some miracle happened. What was the miracle? He felt that the God has accepted his request, and the snake saw face into the mirror. The snake saw that mirror, and the snake started moving towards the mirror. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into the mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Finally, the snake saw the mirror and he started moving towards the mirror, as it seems him that the snake wanted to see his beauty. Was it admiring its own beauty? So the doctor thought that might be the snake wanted to admire himself, and that is why he started looking into the mirror. Was it trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow and mascara or wearing a vermilion, that is brilliant red color spot on his forehead? So he was unable to think why the snake was moving towards the mirror. So he thought, as I am a great admirer of myself, it seems the snake is also great admirer of himself, and that is why he wanted to look also very smart, and that is why he went in front of the mirror and he started looking into the mirror as if he wanted to look more beautiful, more smart. Alright. The doctor felt that the snake also has a great desire to improve his smartness. Alright. He found the same passion in the snake, like the doctor also wanted to look more handsome. Similarly, the snake also wanted to look more beautiful. I didn't know anything for certain, but he was not sure why the snake was moving towards the mirror. What sex was this snake? Even he didn't know whether the snake was male or it was the female. Was it male or female? I will never know. For the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap. And finally, the snake moved into his lap. It was here on the left arm, and finally the snake removed his arm and the snake fell down on his lap. From there it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror, and finally the snake started moving towards the table where was mirror kept. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. So the doctor realized that might be the snake wants to see his own reflection in the mirror, and that is why he was moving towards the mirror. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood, still holding my breath. I got up from the chair. I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. From there I leapt into the yard and ran for all I was worth. Phew! Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. All of us lit beady. Somebody asked, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" So what happened? As the snake started moving towards the mirror, he found the opportunity and he just got up and he just started running. He just started running towards the other side. He jumped from the wall of his house and he just started running as far as he could run, because he wanted to save his life, and he thought that this is the last opportunity to save his life given by the God. So he didn't miss the opportunity and he just ran away from that place. In this way, we have finished up to this paragraph. In next class, we will continue from second part. So this was all about your first part of this chapter. Thank you very much.